Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Meenaal Fatma and welcome to a fresh new start on the writing task 2, where we'll be discussing the most expected topics that you can see in your exam. So before I start, let me quickly connect it with my phone. Just give me a second. Sorry. Great, let me just see if I can see you guys, see your comments. So this is a part of the live session, so live chat. So all those who are joining in, guys, keep introducing yourself, and especially for this particular series, you have to be super interactive because we'll be doing loads and loads of discussions. Okay? Let me just give it a couple of seconds to just be sure that I'm there. All those who are joining in, guys, keep introducing yourself. So sometimes I do not get to see how many people are live and who are live. So you have to introduce yourself if you want me to address you. Okay? So I can see Samriddhi here. Hi Samriddhi. In case you guys are watching me for the first time and have not yet connected with me on different social media groups, make sure you do. I'm available on, just give me a second. I'm available on Telegram, Instagram, as well as Facebook. Okay, so these are my 3 different social media groups. आप कहीं पे भी available हो, आप किसी एक पे भी मेरे पे connect कर लो, because this is also a part of Unacademy session that we are doing. So Unacademy is one of the largest learning platform that we have currently in our country, where we provide live classes to students. So now you can just comfortably relax in your bedroom and study, right? So उसमें हमारे पास different types of live classes हैं, काफ़ी सारे free हैं, काफ़ी सारे paid हैं. So I'll tell you as all about it as we move forward. So as of now, make sure you have quickly connected it with me on any of these 3, whichever one you think. Okay, you are available actually. Great. So without wasting too much time, let me just quickly move forward and tell you about the new series, which will be on the writing task 2, right? So here we'll be discussing, in every class we'll be covering 5 most expected topics, and we'll be gradually discussing and participating. So we'll make sure by the time you actually go for the exam, the moment you encounter these questions, you're already prepared in terms of what you're going to write and how you're going to formulate it. Okay? And obviously we'll not have time to discuss the entire essays. What we'll do is we'll discuss ideas. I'll put up the questions. I'll give you time to think about them and share what comes to your mind in terms of ideas. And then I'll give you my ideas too. Okay? So basically we'll do all the steps that you have to do before you even start writing, and I will elaborate on it before I even start. Okay, so moving on, I'll quickly introduce myself in case you guys are watching me for the first time. Before that, I want to quickly tell you about the live session that you're currently watching in is part of our YouTube channel, which is Unacademy IELTS. In case you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe and remember to press the bell icon so that you don't miss on any videos that come up from us, because not just me, there are all the other top educators who provide live lessons on our platform. So make sure you do subscribe and press the bell icon parallelly. Okay, now in case Now, in case you encounter any of my videos, which is because I bring in a lot of series, and you suddenly encounter sort of like a part 3 and you want to see कि बाकी parts कहाँ हैं, I'll tell you where it is. Okay, now if you open it on your laptop or your if you open it on your phone, if you go to the channel Unacademy IELTS, you'll see a playlist button. If you press the playlist button, you're going to see a number of playlists. Okay, all my videos are placed in Learn IELTS with Meenaal Fatma. I do have 2 playlists, which is called Classroom Talks with Meenaal Fatma, and the other one is Learn IELTS with Meenaal Fatma. But overall, all my videos are in Learn IELTS with Meenaal Fatma. So even if you've seen part 3 and you were curious about part 2 and part 1, you can find all of them in that particular playlist. Okay, great. So a quick introduction about myself. Hi guys, I'm Meenaal. Professionally, I'm an architect and an urban designer. I've done bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology, and from there on I moved to London, where I did MArch from a School of Architecture. I have lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years. I've also worked in some cities in India as well as in Dubai before I moved to London. I've given the exams myself and the scores are right in front of you. And I've been taking classes for almost 3 years. It's been almost 3 years both in India as well as in UK. So that's a quick introduction about myself for all those watching me for the first time. Okay, and all those who are joining in, guys, it's going to be great. Just like I quickly introduced myself, I would love to know you guys, because I just don't like classes where I'm communicating to the screen, because I like it when people participate and are communicating. Samriddhi, are you watching my video for the first time? Would you like to introduce yourself? Great. While we wait for others to introduce themselves, as I was saying, in your writing task too, I'll just quickly brief you on this. In writing task 2, I generally recommend students to write 4 paragraphs. ठीक है, 4 paragraphs क्या होते हैं? You would start with your introduction paragraph. ठीक है, then you have your body paragraph 1, then you have your body paragraph 2, and then you have your conclusion. There are many students who incorporate body paragraph 3 as well here. You can do that too, but in my classes, how I structure each and every paragraph, how I discuss to structure each and every sentence in a paragraph, if you're going to follow that format, more or less your word count, which is 250 words, you're going to anyways have a rough estimation of 250 to 270 words if you follow the format of how I teach in my class. In 4 paragraph itself, you will not feel the need to introduce additional body paragraph 3. And because each and every different type of question, that you have different categories of questions. For example, मान लीजिए you have advantage, disadvantage, you have discussion, you have opinion, you have solution, you have direct question essays, right? So you have 5 categories. All of them, how you approach them in terms of different body paragraphs are different. So you need to have a quick strategic approach to do these sort of questions. Now, everybody has the capacity to write. I'm sure everybody can write, but how you can extract your hidden scores by having the right approach is very crucial. So all the students who keep complaining about not jumping from 6.5 to a band that is 7.5 is because the approach is not going correct, and you have to prepare it in very strategic way, right? Now, so all the students who complain in terms of content कि समझ नहीं आता क्या लिखना है, और ये नहीं समझ आता कि कैसे किस बात को पहले लिखना है and बाद में किसको लिखना है, for all those guys I have a nice solution here. Okay, so what I generally recommend in my class, before even starting, you have to give initially 2-3 minutes in first of all understanding the question properly. Not just reading the question for the sake of reading the question, but you're trying to comprehend it, okay? And uske baad you will generate ideas immediately. So all that is coming in your head, all that is popping up in your head, you quickly want to make a rough note of them before you even start. ठीक है, मान लीजिए कि आपके पास advantage disadvantage ऐसे है, for example. So you would quickly make like a table quickly and you would like to write positive and negative, this is just for your rough note. This is absolutely for your rough note. So you can use all abbreviations, all sort of scribbling that is possible. Everything is perfect here, okay? But you want to put in all your ideas that pop up in your head in context to the question that is given to you, right? So what you're doing is you're already eliminating everything that is disturbing your head and you're putting down them on paper and you have a clarity of what you're seeing, okay? So already ideas have come down. Now, to write in your body paragraph, what I always recommend is that you should make sure that you have a clear-cut topic for your each body paragraph. You do not want to make it sound like you have stuffed lot of information back and forth into each body paragraph, right? So what I recommend is, out of all the ideas that you've picked up, you've noted down, you can pick on maybe one or maybe two and make them your main topic for your body paragraph 1. Similarly, maybe 1 or 2 for your body paragraph 2, right? So your both body paragraphs needs to sound like they have an important topic, and then you can follow up with other information. So all the other points that you've written, you can make them sound like a follow-up point that is coming out of the topic, right? So you have to be very smart in terms of your language, how you write. You have to have a clear-cut topic sentence as your first sentence of your body paragraph, and you can use the following up information that you just noted here as filling it up with a sub information that you have that sounds like coming out of your main topic. Okay, so that's the approach. So in this series, obviously we'll not have the time to do the entire session. So what we'll do is, as I present you the question, we will try to do these 2 steps in the entire series that we have. Today we'll do 5 questions, tomorrow we'll do next 5 questions, and we'll keep doing it like that, okay? So we will do these 2 ideas. We'll try and understand the questions properly, and next we will think of few ideas that come in our head, and I want you guys to participate. I'll give you time, I'll pause for a minute, and I'll give you time to quickly think about anything that comes in your head, and you need to type it in the comment section, okay? Great. Any confusions as of now? Samriddhi, you're an MSc Zoology student. Oh, that's great. Sai is here as well. Hi, Sai. Samriddhi, that depends. Now that depends on what, if the question, for example, if they ask you for an opinion and you are parallelly answering it in the order of giving opinion, then whatever your opinion formulates against, you're going to write that first, okay? And then you're going to write the former one. In case the opinion is not asked, you can opt for whichever one you want, okay? But you have to ensure that you give equal weightage to both the parts, to advantage as well and disadvantage as well. Not just because you're going to write it first, you will have a little bit, you're going to write it a thick paragraph, and the other one which is coming later is a tiny paragraph, right? And that's where people lose marks. You have to give equal importance and weightage to both the paragraphs when you talk about advantage and when you talk about disadvantage, okay? Good. Any questions as of now? Should we start with the first question? Let's start with the first question. The first question says, these days, mobile phones and the internet are very important to the ways in which people relate to one another socially. Do you think advantages of this development outweigh the disadvantage? So first thing that clicked me automatically, it's an advantage disadvantage essay. So I have a clear-cut clarity in my head that I actually have to think about both the sides, because in this category of essay I have to give weightage to both of them. So the moment they tell you also to do you think, now also when they ask your opinion, they ask in many different ways. Sometimes they are very direct where they say give your opinion, or sometimes they might be very direct, they might say do you think. In fact, that place also they're asking your opinion. right? So the moment they say even do you think, you have to give out your opinion. So you have to give your opinion and also talk about both the sides, right? So I'll quickly make a chart here talking about advantages and disadvantages, and this is how you're going to do as your rough note. I'm giving you a minute, a quick 1 minute to think about it and tell me your ideas. तो बेसिकली एक चीज़ आपको ये भी देखनी है कि अगर क्वेश्चन आपका मोबाइल फ़ोन और इंटरनेट से रिलेटेड है, there could be millions and millions of things that you can write about mobile phones and internet, right? Lot of good points, lot of bad points, but the question is targeting only about people relating to one another socially. So you have to have a conversation which is connecting directly. You have to keep mobile phones and internet, their advantages and disadvantages in context to people's relationship with one another, right? So you have to keep that context in mind. You would not just write any advantage and any disadvantage. You have to keep in consideration that they're trying to address the social impact, the social implications that comes in with mobile phones and internet. Okay, so you have to be very careful on that. Okay, great. So what else? What do you guys think? Okay, great. Sai says communication. Samriddhi says people living far away gets easily connected. Exactly. So if I mention it, would it be like networking globally? Network globally. What else? What else? Quick, 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 quick. It should just keep popping in your head. Yeah, that's part of that. What else? It makes every conversation a lot more handy and convenient, because you can literally text anytime and anywhere. Right? What else? What else? Whichever is coming in your head, advantage, disadvantage, जो भी आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है वो बताते जाओ. This leads to this brings in lack of physical interaction. Physical interaction, isn't it? Okay. What else? A lot of complaints have been heard in terms of disturbances in emotional behavior. It actually disturbs a lot of your response time, because what happens is generally when you are over text, you actually have time to think about it and then write. Unlike that, you do not have. Just a sec, guys. Yes, so when you are texting over your messages, you don't actually have to respond immediately, right? So you take your time and you respond. Unlike that, when you're physically present in front of someone, you don't have that response time. You have to immediately respond. So over the period of time, it might affect that, right? Video lectures, exactly. Video lectures could be one, but chalo, theek hai, I'll keep it, right? Sharing, learning, exactly. Sharing, learning. Navjot is here. Hi Navjot. A person can get the knowledge of all over the globe. Exactly. Exactly. Sharing, learning, exactly. All part of informations. Great. So you've got a lot of ideas, right? You've got a lot of ideas. What you can do is, you don't have to try and push yourself to think too much of ideas. You can just make sentences with them, I'm sure. So what now, next step would be, you would maybe just pick on this one as your main topic for your body paragraph 1 or 2, and this one maybe you would want to talk about this. You will talk about everything in your body paragraphs, but you will start with them as your main sentence. ठीक है? Exactly. Great. You can have your own opinion, and also when you put your opinions, it's not necessary that you have to go with anybody's proven facts and figures. They just want to know what you think. So you can go light on that and not stress about the fact that you've not read about it and you're not sure about it. कोई बात नहीं, आप अपनी मर्जी से लिख सकते हो. Okay? Great. Let's go to the next one. Next one is an interesting one, and a very commonly one seen in terms of physical exercise. Next question says, many doctors say that people in today's world do not do enough physical exercise. What do you think are the causes, and what do you think are the solutions? Now, clear cut, we know that this is part of my solution essay, right? Because they are talking about causes and solution, right? तो मेरे को पता है कि मेरे को 2 पैराग्राफ लिखने होंगे. एक में I'm going to talk about causes, and in the other one I'm going to talk about solutions. Now, one thing that you have to be very careful about, that you have to stick to talking about physical exercise, any form of physical exercise, but you can stick to writing about physical exercise. Also, when you talk about causes and when you talk about solutions, now since you're writing it in different body paragraphs, you have to be careful that you do not jumble them up. Why I'm telling is because I have realized when people actually write, of lately I've been reading a lot of points, so a lot of essays, so I have realized that because especially is solution wale essays, and what people do is, because they write causes and solution in different paragraphs, what they do is causes are so independent of solution कि कोई connectivity feel नहीं हो रही है. So you have to make sure कि आप जो cause लिख रहे हो, आप उन्हीं का solution दो. Don't make them too random and too independent. Have some sort of fluidity when you write, some sort of interconnection that they have. Okay? Navjot, yes, that's another very good point too. Great. It's difficult to find authentic news. But Navjot, as I was saying, we were looking for talking about people's interaction with the other. Right, so we are only focusing on internet and mobiles in context to that, not all the information that we could possibly write in them, right? So you have to be as precise and as crisp as possible. Okay, so यहाँ पे बताओ कि अगर बहुत डॉक्टर्स से कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं कि लोग फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज नहीं करते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है ऐसा क्यों होता है? What do you think? Doctors are right because are into mobile. Good one. What points do you have? Lot of points, isn't it? Improper work-life balance, right? Work-life balance, lack of, just a sec, where is my, just a sec guys, my screen is, yeah, yes, there we go. Come on, too much work stress, definitely, stress, obesity, procrastination, lack of awareness. What else? Maybe lack of facilities, don't you think? Lack of immediate facilities. Guys, you guys are not participating. I'm giving away all the ideas. Lack of immediate facilities. Hectic schedule, exactly. Work-life balance, improper work-life balance. part of it. अब देखो, अब जो causes मैंने लिखे, what I'll do is I'll try and give all solutions in context to these ones only. I'm not gonna have random solutions in the world. I'm gonna stick to giving solutions on these ones. So for example, maybe I can talk about there could be improvement in infrastructure. So you provide additional facilities and amenities for maybe gym, maybe gym and nice parks within your immediate environment, within your surrounding neighborhood. Parks ho, gym ho, yoga sessions ho, you know. And what else? Also, like I was reading about this Yulu app, have you guys know, or Ola? It used to, Ola pedals used to come before, I'm not sure if it comes now. So we could have, like, we could push people to maybe ride to their work if it's not very far. So you have these, maybe you can have like a cycle stand at every corner of the street, and people can just pick and drop at every other end. You have this advantage in loads of different cities, but obviously our country does not have such facilities. Of the roads are really disturbing, so you can't really take bikes everywhere. But yes, that could be additional facility that they could go for. Or maybe there could be some awareness programs, right? Awareness programs, or there could be seminars where they try and instill information about the advantage and disadvantage of not working out, right? And these programs should be everywhere. It should be in your societies where you live, it should be in your school, colleges, it should be in your offices, it should be every single place. Okay? Exactly. Great. Let's go to the next question. Next question is, in fact, very interesting, where I would want you guys to participate, because this is something that you are going to do soon if you're planning to move out. More and more people are migrating to cities in search of better life, but city life can be extremely difficult, right? So you have to explain some of the difficulties of living in a cities, and how can governments make urban life better for everyone. So you have clear cut to it's a direct question essay, right? So you have two questions. You're going to put these two questions in two different paragraphs, right? So first paragraph may you talk about which one? Okay, chalo, I'm going to talk about difficulty of living in a city in one side, and in the other list I'm going to talk about what can government do. I'll give suggestions for government. Come on, quick one. क्या लगता है आप लोग को? Samriddhi, yeah, great. So pollution could be of different types, isn't it? Pollution could be air, noise. What's high cost of living? Great. High cost of living. Everything is actually pricey, isn't it? Everything is priced up. What else? You also have, okay, let me just, yeah, I'll write it here. There's lack of sense of community. There is way too much pressure of career or peers. Yes, costly living, I've mentioned it already. Traffic congestion. You waste so much of time into this in big cities. Biggest difficulty. Lot of crimes, exactly. Lot of crimes too. Good. काफ़ी हो गया. इसके बताओ, governments को आप क्या recommend करोगे? Stick to talking about what you've mentioned here. You can push government for providing all the facilities. I'm just going to tell you in short. You can talk about providing a better infrastructure, better facilities to reduce the pollution, either through having better road networks or having some laws to reduce the noise that comes from these vehicles all the time, right? And they should also parallelly monitor how the cost is being handled, prices of these houses are handled privately and the prices is shoot up, right? So the government should have some stake and not leave it completely private, isn't it? And then या ट्रैफिक कंजेशन से भी आप रोड नेटवर्क्स और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से रिलेटेड बात कर सकते हो, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट पे चेंजेस में भी बात कर सकते हो, राइट? एंड व्हाट एल्स? Job fairs, sure, you can talk about job fairs, that government should be putting up a lot of job fairs, awareness programs, right? Or maybe organize a lot of community programs, isn't it? Great. Good living, exactly. Maybe जो poor section of society हैं, they can just try and provide better housing conditions for them, isn't it? Great, great, you guys. You can actually use all the points that you have on this side and turn them out into giving your answer on for your following up paragraph. You can just translate them into giving like a solution that you're trying to give it out as a government. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा ना कि provide करे infrastructure, all facilities, amenities in context to all the points that I wrote in this side as a difficulty side. So you're pushing it. So you have to be smart. Just use this side and push it on the other side. Right? Good policing, exactly. So अगर आप यहाँ पे crimes की बात कर रहे हो तो आप उसके context में एक solution बताओ, इसके context में solution बताओ, सबके बारे में one by one सबके solution आप बता सकते हो. Better education, great, definitely. Now also stick to talking about government in terms of better urban life and in terms of the difficulty that you have mentioned. Stick to the difficulties. If you're writing education here, then talk about that one in the government suggestion list. Don't make random points, make connected points, and I'm telling this repeatedly. Okay, good. Let's go to the next question. Next question is my favorite question actually. You have to talk about tourism becoming increasingly important as a source of revenue to many countries, but its disadvantages should not be overlooked. To what extent do you agree or disagree? What do you think? Right, so let me just write advantage and I have to write disadvantage too. Sorry. So no matter which opinion I pick on, if I agree or not agree, I know that I have to write about both. So I will write about both. Tourism ki batao fataफट, there's so many things. Advantages may they provide jobs for local people, right? They boost the economy, boost local as well as national economy, improves local infrastructure, isn't it? Yeah, also helps to maintain the old buildings, so people will try and conserve them, old traditions, culture, because tourists come to see all these old monuments, isn't it? So what people do is they try and come together and conserve these buildings, so old traditions and customs are all retained, Literacy rate, more funds during natural calamities. Okay, close enough, close enough. What are the disadvantages? The first thing that comes to me is displacement of local people or indigenous people to use the land to make it a lot more commercialized, right? They want to make a lot of more profit out of those present land that they have. They want to make everything commercialized. They want to bring in more hotels. They want to bring in a lot of additional food culture, entertainment culture to cater to these tourists who come to your city, right? So you are actually displacing a lot of these indigenous people to use up the land, right? And with this actually comes a lot of crime and illegal activities too. Yeah? Great, exactly. Great, Samriddhi. ठीक है? Anything else? Anything else you guys want to put in? Sure, let's go to the next question then. The next question says, many people say that the only way to guarantee a good job is to complete a course of university education. Others claim that it is better to start work after college and gain experience in the world of work. You have to discuss both the sides and give your opinion. So you know it's a discussion essay, right? So discussion essay में आपको दोनों साइड के बारे में बात करना होता है. And you have to talk about good job. किस चीज़ से मिलती है आपको good job? Degrees की लिस्ट बढ़ाने से और practical experience से? Definitely. In terms of good job अगर आप बात करो तो अगर university education से obviously you gain lot of knowledge, you get a lot of detailed informations, you have a step ahead if you have immediate degrees, right? If you have number of degrees, you're a step ahead in context to others. But with experience comes with lot of practical experience. You develop technical skills, and over the period of time you also develop a lot of soft skills, which is very, very important for your being valuable to a company, because company address a lot of soft skills a lot more. It helps you to develop your leadership and interpersonal skills as well, right? So all the things that companies value more comes over the time with having relatively more experience. So you can choose whatever you want. I personally feel that experience is a lot more. So I will give opinion on this, but I will talk in context to both. ठीक है, जो भी अभी मैंने जितने points mention किए. Also maybe you can start by saying that now this is something that differs from job to job profile to job profile, right? And also the kind of industry that you go on. For example, for law, for medicine, you do not require so much of experience, right? But for teaching, but for architecture, for businesses, you need experience. You need those additional experiences to perform better. So you also, it differs from the job profile to job profile that you're going into in different industry, and on the basis of that you can fill up your points. Okay, great. Now these were the 5 quick questions, and we'll be doing next set of questions at 4:30 sharp. Okay, so I would want you guys to be present at 4:32, and these are, by the way, all the plus courses which I was telling you. If you want to join my classes and study everything in detail, because यहाँ पे हमारे पास time नहीं होता है, तो you have to join me. And these are all details that you can see on my Unacademy profile. So if you download your Unacademy learning app on your phone, or you go to the website directly, find my name, follow me, so that you get notification of all the upcoming classes. And if you go to the plus tab, if you're going to go to the plus tab, one sec, let me just, okay, yes. If you go to the plus tab, you're going to find all these courses. ठीक है. और अभी इसी महीने के स्पैन ऑफ टाइम में आई एम टीचिंग ऑल द 4 मॉड्यूल्स. देयर इज रीडिंग, there is listening, there is writing task 1, task 2, speaking. You have everything in this 1 month, right? So if you want to study with me, you have to join me, and for that you have to take a subscription, which is you can opt for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. I would say अगर आपने अभी डेट नहीं लिया है तो give yourself a little bit time, right? एंड ऑप्ट फॉर 3 मंथ. 3 मंथ के लिए आ जाओ. अगर आपको ऑलरेडी उतना टाइम नहीं है तो आप 1 मंथ का भी ले सकते हो, ठीक है. 1 मंथ का सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो. एंड आपको ऑप्शन आएगा रेफरल कोड यूज़ करने का. मेक श्योर यूज़ माई रेफरल कोड विच इज़ मीनाल लाइव, एंड देन I'll be getting a notification, and then we can take it further together, okay? And there are a lot of advantages of Plus as well, which I have mentioned right over here, but I'm going to be talking about it in detail in the following up video, which we'll be doing at 4:30 sharp. So make sure you join me there, okay? So in case you have not yet connected with me on different social media groups, make sure you do. I'm available on Telegram, Instagram and Facebook, okay? And I hope you liked my video, so make sure you do give a thumbs up, and drop down your comments, and remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon at 4:30 guys, okay? Exactly Samriddhi, good points. बिल्कुल आप ये सारे लिख सकते हो. Great. So I'll end the video now, and I'll see you guys at 4:30 sharp. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.